You want to avoid power struggles this year in your classroom, but you're not quite sure what to do? I'm going to share what I do. Okay, so before the power struggle even begins with that student, I think there are some foundational things that need to be in place in order for you to not have to engage in power struggles very often. One, does your student understand the expectation? So do all of your students who are trying to engage in this back and forth arguing with you, do they understand that there is an expectation in this classroom that they are not meeting? For example, like if you have not taught your students that you want them at their seat raising their hand and they're coming up to your desk and you're arguing with them, go sit down, but they don't know that that's the expectation, then it's going to naturally lead to more arguments. So step one, have a foundation of knowing the expectation. Step two, having a foundation of knowing what the consequence is if they don't comply with the expectation. I have a consequence ladder in my classroom so my students know very clearly, like if I don't meet this expectation, XYZ happens. And so they know that they progress down that ladder when they don't meet the expectation, and that can help avoid some power struggles. But say that you have little Johnny in your classroom who's still kicking and screaming because they don't want to be in their seat, they don't want to be doing the work, and you have to engage in fixing that behavior without having that battle with that student. What do you do? Step number one is I try to avoid asking any type of question, like why are you doing that? What's your problem? What's going on? Anything like that, because it's just going to lead to more arguments between me and the student and them saying oh bro, you're such an op, right? We don't want that. We want to calmly state the expectation to the student. And so I would go up to little Johnny, he's kicking and screaming. I'm going to use calm body language. I might get down on his level. I might get next to him. I'm going to try to make it as natural as possible. And I'm just going to restate the expectation. Johnny, the expectation is that you are in your seat. And then I'm going to walk away. Walking away is important because they're going to say things at you. They might say, oh, bro, I don't have to listen to you. You're going to ignore that. You're going to walk away. You're going to give them the space to fix the behavior. Say the behavior still continues. Johnny is still not in his seat. Then you're going to go up to him and you might offer a choice. Johnny, your options are to be in your seat or to see me during your recess. Same thing, calm, neutral tone of voice, same thing. You're going to walk away, you're going to give Johnny the option to choose. Obviously, if Johnny still doesn't choose and he's kicking and screaming and being a distraction for the rest of your class, then that's time to get somebody else involved in this conversation and get Johnny what he needs in that moment. But I think something that's really important that a lot of teachers don't do but should do is teaching the rest of your class what to do when a power struggle is happening or when a student is engaging in kind of this escalated behavior. I teach the rest of my class that's none of your business. You're not looking, you're not staring, you're not gawking over at Johnny. You are focused on your work, you are focused on the teacher, you are focused on whatever we're doing so that you are not just at what Johnny's doing. The other thing is that I always try to not make a scene. So if Johnny's engaging in this escalating behavior, I teach my students if I'm ignoring it, you're ignoring it. And so we ignore until it gets to the moment where I have to correct. So then I'm going to put my class on something else. I'm going to try to not make a scene. I'm going to correct Johnny in a really simple, calm manner and never trying to get the last word or trying to get to that point of arguing with